Hey everybody, Tim here. I'm going to show you guys how to use Livebinder according to the instructions here on the Sakai page for our 511 class. The first thing it's going to ask you to do is sign up for Livebinder, so let me show you how to do that. If you do not have a Livebinder account yet, you can go to livebinders.com and go ahead and just go up to the top here. It'll say sign in or create a new account or register, I believe, and you'll be brought to this home page here. And typically you're not going to see any binders listed there because you probably won't have any yet, so these will be blank. You can create something called a shelf for your binders, so it's just a way for you to organize your binders. So say you're going to have a class that's going to be using all different types of binders. Let's say you're teaching an English class and you're going to have a reading binder and then maybe a binder of write-ups on different summaries for books and that type of thing. You can add a shelf. So that's basically a way to kind of keep it organized per class. So you don't need to worry about shelves. Really what you need to do is start off by creating a new binder, but instead of creating a new binder by clicking on the new binder button, you're going to go ahead and make a copy of the binder that we've left for you on the Sakai page. So if you go back to the Sakai page, you're going to see this link to the binder that I've created. So again, once you signed up and you're signed into Livebinder, you're going to go back to the Sakai page and you're going to click on that link there, and it'll bring you to the binder, which will look like this. And the first thing you want to do is make a copy of this for yourself. So you can see that that this one says it's created by me, T holder AP40. We want that to say your name on it. So right now it's just my copy of it, but you can make a copy for yourself. So you're going to go up to this little circle here at the top of the plus sign, and you're going to say copy. And what that's going to do is copy a version of that binder into your Livebinder. So what you'll notice, it'll say copy of EDUC 511 Essentials in Educational Technology, etc., or something similar to that, and it should have your name on it now. Now the first thing that you're going to want to do after you make a copy of this is you're going to set some permissions for it. We're going to go ahead and change the name of it. We're going to mess around with changing the tabs and changing the cover page information on this, and get it set up so it can be a binder that you can use for the rest of the time that you're in the program here at APU. So the first thing we want to do, let's go ahead and set our permissions. If you're looking and following through the instructions on Sakai, we've already looked at number 4, how to make a copy of the binder. And then if you look at number 5, clicking on how to get to your binders, that's going to just, if you hit the home button or click on Livebinders here at the top, that's going to take you here. That's what number 5 is saying on the instructions when it says click on the home button at the top of the page and select go to my binders. Then it says number 6, hover over the icon of your copy of the binder and click edit. So what you're going to do here is you're going to hover over that copy and hit edit, and that's going to put you in an edit mode on Livebinders. And you're going to know that you're going to be in edit mode when you can see these buttons along the top here. If you're not in edit mode, those will not be there. So you want to make sure you're in a way that you can edit this. And it just so happens it's bringing us to our cover page, which is perfect because we're going to be able to edit this. But let's mess around with some settings first. If you look at number 7 on our Sakai instructions, it says go to the settings icon and change the binder name and get rid of the words copy of, and add your last name to the end of the file name. Change the binder author name to your first and last name, and on the access tab, change the access to public, copy disabled. So what we're going to do is click on the settings button up here at the top, and here's our binder settings. You can go here and change the name of the binder. You can change how people can access your binder. You can even change the colors, the layout, and the cover of the binder, etc., making it a little bit more customizable for yourself. So you're welcome to change that. You might want to be careful unless you absolutely understand how to use this and changing the layout of your binder, because it might screw some things up for you. So you might want to leave that one alone. However, you can change the colors of your binder, and if you're feeling brave, you can try to change some of these other things, but I'm just going to leave that up to your discretion to do that. So under the name of the binder, you want to remove the words copy of and give it a name that's unique to you. So you're going to delete copy of and instead, insert your name here. You can put it at the beginning. You can put it like my last name's Holder, so it could be Holder EDUC 511, or you could put at the end of this by Tim Holder or by your first and last name. It's up to you. And then if you feel up to giving it a description, you can do that. You need not mess with any of the tags, and you can also include your author name. Just for me, it would be Tim Holder, and then I'm going to just leave category as education. Under the Access tab, you want to change this so that it reads Public Copy Disabled. So the different settings here, if you leave it as private, the only way somebody's going to be able to see this is if you invite them specifically to see that. So you want to leave that out and go ahead and make it public, but change it to Public Copy Disabled. So that way somebody can see it, they just can't make copies of it. So it's still safe in terms of that. You can leave key alone. You don't need to do any collaborating. However, you could add colleagues to this if you wanted to, based on inserting their emails in there. They'll get an invite for editing that, etc. So to go ahead and save your changes, you just hit the save button here, and then you can move right along. Okay, so the next thing says, it says go ahead and change on the cover tab, change the picture of the binder cover. What it's talking about in that sense is you can see once you make a copy of this, then on the cover page you'll see this lovely picture here. We want you to change that picture to something other than this APU picture. Now it can be anything related to education. You can put a quote in there if you want to. You can put in something to do with technology and education. It's totally up to your discretion. But I would advise when you're doing this, you have to link to a picture that is on the internet. So what I do typically is I'll go to Google and I'll specifically search under images, which is up here in the upper right. And then I'll type in something that's relevant to education. So say it's an educational quote. And I'm going to get a lot of nice pictures here that I can pull up and paste in there if I wanted to. Now you'll notice some of these are a little bit too big, like this one is really big. This is wallpaper size because it's 1920 pixels by 1000 roughly. So that's going to be too big to fit in there. But say something like this is only 500 by 476. I can click on that and paste that in there if I want to. Once I click on it, if I go to view image here, this will be the actual size that's going to appear on your Livebinder page. So what you'll do with your mouse is right click that and say copy image address, or you could just simply highlight the address here and copy paste that into your Livebinder. So the link to that picture there to make it appear different is if you click in this field here and you paste in that image address and say insert, it's going to replace the picture here. So once I've pasted in there and hit insert, I want to say insert into current tab overwrite. Okay, and there's my new picture there. If I want to edit any of these fields on that particular tab that I'm on, which happens to be cover, I'm just going to click here to edit, and then I can go in and type what I want it to say. And just like Microsoft Word, I have different options here for editing. I can bold, italicized, change my justification, even add some bullet points and change the color of my font, etc. Once I'm done making the changes to that, I'm just going to hit the little save button here, and then I'm no longer in that edit field. You have to do that to get out of that edit field. If I want to change my message here, I'm going to click here to edit, and I can do the same thing there. And once I'm done editing what I want my cover message to say, then I'm going to hit the save button again, and it's going to take me out of there. If I want to change the name of the particular tab that I've created, I can just click up here on the top and change what I want that to say. I'm going to go ahead and leave it as cover because we don't want you to really change the names of the existing tabs. We're just going to add new tabs to it. But if in the future, if you ever wanted to make changes to that, you could just go up into the top and click that. You can also delete tabs from here as well. So once you're in edit mode for a particular tab, you'll know you're in edit mode because it'll give you this little red drop down arrow. So if I wanted to edit the 511 tab, you can see I have that red arrow there, and I can change and delete that, etc. As needed. So that's number 8 on there in terms of changing the cover tab. On the cover tab, we want you to give it a new title. We want you to change the picture, and we want you to change your welcome message, which can be just a few sentences about what this Livebinder is all about to you. You can add in your own flavor in that, but just kind of a welcome message, welcoming any visitors to your Livebinder and describing to them briefly what this Livebinder is about. If you look at number 9, it says add the following tabs: the 511, 512, 514, 515, 522, and 526. So you got to remember this Livebinder is something you're going to carry with you throughout the program. So you want to make sure that you're using this Livebinder to paste in different artifacts that you're creating for your different classes. So to add more tabs to this, you just simply go up to the top here. Anywhere that you see this plus sign means add to. So I can add a tab to the Livebinder by hitting the plus tab. I can add a sub tab to an existing tab by clicking this button, and a base tab, and I can add content. So wherever the plus signs are, that just means add. Your settings, we went over that. The Livebinder saves automatically for you, but if you're the type of person that wants that satisfaction or that peace of mind in saving it yourself, you can just hit the save button at the top, and it's going to make changes to it and say it's saved successfully. But usually when you bounce out of here, it will save it automatically for you. So we're going to hit add tab, and you're going to see there's my new tab, and then I'm going to name it EDUC 512 for my 512 class, and then I'm going to leave that blank until I take the 512 course. So then I'm going to hit add tab again and add in EDUC 514, and that will stay blank, etc. So you're going to continue adding tabs that way, and you can just leave them blank. So that's number 9 in the instructions. Number 10 and 11 go like this, basically. Number 10, go to your 511 tab and add the following 5 sub-tabs. So I'm going to go to my 511 tab, and I'm just going to click on add sub-tab. So you can see here I've added a new sub-tab to that, and I'm specifically under 511. 511 came with these existing tabs, and I'm adding a new one. So under the new tabs that I'm going to add, I'm going to say Program Advisement, and then hit OK. And then I'm going to add a new sub-tab again and call this one Word Cloud. And then I'm going to add another tab and go on and on until you have all the tabs that you need necessary for this particular class. And then as you complete these assignments for me, you're going to be pasting in actual attachments or links to these specific assignments. So that's going to come later. I'll show you guys how to do that in class when we meet next time. So that takes care of number 10. And lastly, number 11, you want to post a link to your Livebinder under the Livebinder assignment on the Sakai webpage. And to do this, you simply go under Share, Link or Embed, and then you're going to highlight this first line of text here and copy and paste that under the Sakai page. So when you're ready to turn that in, you just copy paste, and then I have a copy of it, and then I can check everything else. We're going to go over content in class on how you can change a little bit more content in your Livebinder. So we'll elaborate on that, but that'll at least get you through all the necessary things that you need to do for your Livebinder for this assignment. But again, we'll go over how to add content and change different things on your Livebinder in class. All right, so good luck, and we will see you back in class.